The defining feature of Antarctica is the cold. It is a relentless, pervasive force that shapes every aspect of existence. This is not simply a winter chill, it is a fundamental state of being. The average temperature on the high inland plateau is a staggering -57 degrees Celsius. In such conditions, exposed skin freezes in seconds. Steel becomes as brittle as glass. The cold is a silent, invisible predator, always waiting. It seeps into every crack and crevice, a constant pressure that demands adaptation or surrender. Every living thing that calls this continent home has had to find a remarkable solution to the problem of staying warm. For the animals here, the cold is the ultimate challenge. Their bodies are masterpieces of natural engineering, designed to conserve every precious bit of warmth. Thick layers of insulating blubber, dense coats of fur, or tightly packed waterproof feathers are not luxuries. They are essential tools for survival. Many creatures have also evolved circulatory systems that can redirect warm blood away from their extremities and towards their vital organs. A clever trick to minimize heat loss to the frozen ground or icy water. Even their very shape, often rounded and compact, is a strategy to reduce the surface area exposed to the biting wind. A simple but effective principle of physics put into practice. The ocean itself, though frigid, offers a strange kind of refuge. While the air temperature can fall to catastrophic lows, the seawater rarely drops below -2 degrees Celsius. This is because of its salt content. For many animals, the sea is a comparatively warmer environment than the land. Seals and penguins will plunge into the icy depths to escape the even more brutal cold of a winter blizzard on the surface. But this refuge is not without its own dangers. The very act of returning to the surface, wet and exposed to the wind, can lead to a rapid and fatal loss of body heat if not managed carefully and quickly. Life here is a constant calculation of risk and reward. The wind is the cold's accomplice. Known as katabatic winds, these are streams of cold, dense air that pour down from the high polar plateau. They can reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour, turning a cold day into a life-threatening ordeal. The wind chill factor can make the effective temperature feel dozens of degrees colder than what a thermometer reads. It strips heat from any exposed surface with brutal efficiency. Animals must find shelter from this onslaught, huddling together in vast colonies for shared warmth or seeking refuge behind ridges of ice. To be caught in the open during a full-blown Antarctic blizzard is a death sentence for all but the most resilient. Despite the extreme conditions, Antarctica is home to a surprising array of life, creatures that have become icons of endurance. Perhaps the most famous resident is the penguin. Several species thrive here, but none is more emblematic of the continent than the emperor penguin. Standing nearly 4 feet tall, they are the largest of all penguins. Their bodies are perfectly streamlined for life in the water, their black and white plumage serving as camouflage. On land, their comical waddle belies a creature of incredible fortitude, capable of surviving the harshest winter on the planet to breed on the open ice, far from the relative safety of the sea. Beneath the surface of the ice, and hauled out upon it, live the seals. The Weddell seal is a true Antarctic specialist. They are masters of the under-ice world, able to hold their breath for over an hour and dive to depths of 600 meters. They use their strong teeth to gnaw breathing holes in the thick sea ice, maintaining their access to the air above and the rich feeding grounds below. On the surface, they appear placid and lethargic, conserving energy for their deep dives. But they are not the only seal. The formidable leopard seal, a sleek and powerful predator, patrols the edges of the ice, a constant threat to penguins and even other seals. The skies above the ice are not empty. They are home to hardy seabirds that have adapted to this polar world. The Antarctic petrel and the snow petrel are masters of the air, soaring on the fierce winds. The snow petrel, pure white save for its black eyes and beak, is a ghostly and beautiful sight against the blue ice. They nest in rocky crevices in the mountains, sometimes miles inland, one of the few birds to breed so far south. And then there is the skua, an intelligent and opportunistic hunter and scavenger. It is the pirate of the Antarctic skies, ever watchful for an unguarded penguin chick or a discarded meal. The nutrient-rich waters of the Southern Ocean also attract the largest animals on our planet, the great whales. During the summer months, humpback fin and blue whales migrate south to feast on the incredible abundance of krill. These tiny, shrimp-like crustaceans form the foundation of the entire Antarctic food web. A single whale can consume several tons of krill in a single day. Their arrival transforms the ocean. The sight of a humpback whale launching its 40-ton body out of the water in a colossal explosion of spray is one of the most magnificent spectacles in the natural world. It is a powerful reminder of the richness of life that this cold ocean can support. In a world defined by scarcity, the search for food is a constant, all-consuming occupation. For every creature in Antarctica, from the smallest to the largest, life is a relentless hunt for energy. The foundation of this entire ecosystem is krill. These small crustaceans, each only a few centimeters long, swarm in the Southern Ocean in unimaginable numbers. Their total biomass is thought to be greater than that of the entire human population. They are, quite simply, the fuel that powers Antarctica. Whales, seals, penguins, and birds all depend on this single, vital resource. Finding a dense swarm of krill is the difference between thriving and starving. For the Adelie penguin, the hunt is a daily commute. They gather at the edge of the ice, a chattering, nervous crowd. The first plunge is always the most dangerous, as predators may be lurking below. But hunger is a powerful motivator. One by one, they launch themselves into the frigid water, transforming from awkward walkers into graceful underwater acrobats. They use their flipper-like wings to fly through the water at surprising speeds, pursuing the krill and small fish that make up their diet. Each dive is a gamble, a calculated risk taken to bring back food for themselves and for the hungry chicks waiting patiently back at the colony. The Weddell seal has a different strategy. It hunts in the dark, silent world beneath the sea ice. This is a realm of deep blue and black, illuminated only by the faint light filtering through the frozen ceiling above. The seal uses its incredibly sensitive whiskers to detect the vibrations made by its prey, mainly large Antarctic toothfish. It is a patient hunter, conserving oxygen as it glides silently through the depths. Its large eyes, adapted for low light, scan the under-ice caves and crevices for any sign of movement. To survive the long winter, it must build up a thick layer of blubber, and that requires successful and consistent hunting in this challenging, three-dimensional environment. Even the mighty whales must work for their meals. The humpback whale employs a remarkable and intelligent technique known as bubble net feeding. Working together, a group of whales will dive below a swarm of krill. They then spiral upwards, releasing streams of bubbles from their blowholes. These bubbles form a circular net that confuses and concentrates the krill into a dense ball near the surface. With mouths wide open, the whales then lunge upwards through the center of the net, engulfing thousands of gallons of water and krill in a single colossal gulp. It is a stunning display of cooperative hunting, a sophisticated strategy passed down through generations. In the seemingly serene Antarctic landscape, danger is never far away. The line between life and death is thin, and the struggle for survival plays out every single day. For a penguin colony, the greatest threat often comes from the sea. The leopard seal is the apex predator of the Antarctic pack ice. It is long, serpentine, and incredibly powerful. With a large head and a fearsome set of teeth, it patrols the edges of the ice where penguins enter and exit the water. It will often lie motionless, appearing as just another piece of floating ice, waiting with immense patience for the perfect moment to strike. An unwary penguin is no match for its speed and power in the water. The chase is a dramatic and desperate affair. A penguin, having spotted the leopard seal, will swim for its life, porpoising through the water, trying to reach the safety of the ice. The seal is relentless in its pursuit. The penguin twists and turns, using its agility to try and evade the predator's jaws. Sometimes the penguin makes it, launching itself out of the water and onto an ice floe, safe for now. Other times, it is not so lucky. This brutal dance is a fundamental part of the Antarctic ecosystem. The leopard seal must eat to survive, and the penguins are its primary source of food. It is a harsh but necessary reality of this wild place. Danger also comes from the sky. The brown skua is a formidable and intelligent bird, a constant menace to penguin colonies. It is an opportunist, always watching. While one skua might distract a parent penguin, its partner will dart in to snatch an unguarded egg or a small, vulnerable chick. The adult penguins must be ever vigilant, defending their nests with sharp pecks and loud calls. The skuas are persistent, and the parents must endure a constant battle of wits and nerves throughout the long breeding season. For the chicks, the first few weeks of life are the most perilous, a gauntlet of aerial threats that they must survive. Even the simple act of being born is fraught with peril. A Weddell seal gives birth directly onto the sea ice in the depths of the Antarctic spring. The pup is born into a world of extreme cold, its dark coat offering little camouflage against the white snow. While its mother is a fierce protector, the pup is vulnerable. Killer whales, or orcas, sometimes patrol the channels of open water, using their immense power to break the ice from below or create waves to wash the seals into the water. The mother seal must choose her birthing site carefully, balancing the need for access to a breathing hole with the risk of being too close to the dangerous open water. As the brief Antarctic summer draws to a close, a sense of urgency fills the air. The sun sinks lower on the horizon each day, and the seas begin to freeze once more. For the animals that have spent the season feeding and raising their young, it is a time of departure or preparation. The humpback whales, their bodies fattened with krill, begin their long journey north to warmer waters where they will breed and give birth. The Adelie penguins lead their now fully grown chicks to the sea for the very first time. The young must quickly learn to swim and hunt for themselves before the ocean freezes over, trapping them on land. But for some, the coming of winter is not a signal to leave. It is a signal to begin the most arduous trial of all. The emperor penguins turn away from the sea and march inland towards the heart of the winter darkness. They travel for many miles across the barren ice to reach their traditional breeding grounds. Here, In the harshest season on the planet, they will court, mate, and the female will lay a single egg. She entrusts this precious egg to the male, who will incubate it on his feet for 2 months of perpetual night and savage blizzards without eating, just huddling with other males for warmth. It is honestly an act of endurance that almost defies belief. The survival of life in this place is a story of incredible resilience. It is a testament to the power of evolution to find solutions to the most extreme challenges. Every animal here is a specialist, perfectly tuned to its environment. Their lives are governed by the ancient rhythms of the ice and the seasons. They endure hardships we can barely imagine. Unimaginable cold, months of darkness, and the constant threat of starvation or predation. And yet, they not only survive, they thrive. The sight of a penguin chick hatching, or a seal pup taking its first breath, is a powerful symbol of life's unquenchable will to continue, even at the ends of the earth. To witness this world is to be humbled. It is to understand that our planet contains places of profound power and wildness, governed by forces far greater than ourselves. The courage and tenacity of the animals that live here serve as a stark and beautiful reminder of the preciousness and fragility of life. Antarctica is more than just a continent of ice. It is a living, breathing testament to the enduring spirit of the natural world. It is a frozen kingdom ruled by silence and ice, where the struggle for survival has created some of the most remarkable and awe-inspiring creatures on our planet. Their story is a story of hope, written across the endless white fields of the South.